This footage shows what would have been a deadly confrontation between the Russian police and a mafia family. Fortunately, nothing happened except that the police officer zoomed off, leaving his colleague behind. This footage from 2018 captured the moment a mafia leader met to the end of the road. Police dashcam showed how the military trapped the mafia boss's car in the middle of two other vehicles, and armed men immediately rushed to apprehend him. Messing with a mafia member is the most ill-advised thing to do in Russia. This civilian was this close to having his head blown off by a bullet when he decided to stand up to a mafia member in a road rage.
Улучшай отношения с разными фракциями, чтобы получить доступ к новым технологиям. Если ты играешь с друзьями, то вместе вы можете собрать непобедимого составного робота. На карте мира ты найдешь любое задание, бои с другими игроками, королевскую битву, сражения с огромными боссами или сюжетный режим. Также в игре постоянно проходят особые ивенты. Прокачай Battle Pass, чтобы открывать новые детали и чертежи. Качай кроссайт бесплатно по ссылке в описании и получайте все. Все, пиздец, попал в ролик.
Two senior members of rival mafia gangs chased in Moscow when the traffic was slow. Verbal argument quickly turned into a fistfight and grappling, and before long a gun appeared. Thankfully, no shot was fired.
Парень, спокойно.
Dashcam captured this footage of a road rage showing a suspected mafia member leaving his Mercedes to hit the other driver. But then this happened. He's lucky the mafia man didn't pull out a gun. It's not advised to exchange blows with just anyone in Russia. "42-year-old rebel boss, Alexander Zakarchenko, stepped into this Ukrainian cafe with his bodyguard after pulling up in exotic cars, and then this happened. No one knows who planted the bomb, but the men didn't last more than a few seconds before being blown apart.
Эти кадры еще не видел никто, кроме экспертов. Камеры наблюдения кафе «Сепаратист» беспристрастно фиксируют последние секунды жизни главы Донецкой Народной Республики. Вот подъезжает его кортеж. Охрана осматривает периметр. Первым в заведение входит один из телохранителей, чтобы проверить зал. Только после этого в тамбур идет Александр Захарченко и следом еще один охранник. Тут же раздается взрыв. Александр Захарченко обычно сразу проходил вот в этот угол, где уже горела печка-буржуйка. Можно сразу было попить горячего чая. А еще на его столе всегда стояла табличка «Стол заминирован».
Surveillance camera captured this gripping footage where a group of people were sitting on the subway. Two people suspiciously sat apart from the rest. Then a man walked up to them, but wasn't given even a second to think before a kick landed on him, followed by the cold nuzzle of a pistol. The two men were apparently members of a Mafia family. What you see here is a gathering of Mafia bosses, a very dangerous place to be in, but they're not alone or unprotected. These crime lords are gathering right under the protection of the Russian police itself. Well, that's just a twist in the narrative. Shouldn't the police be doing the exact opposite? Police in Russia say one of the main figures in the country's organized crime community has been gunned down in Moscow. Aslan Usoyan controlled a criminal group which trafficked drugs and weapons and ran clandestine businesses. The 75-year-old was killed by a single shot.
Police in Russia say one of the main figures in the country's organized crime community has been gunned down in Moscow. Aslan Usoyan controlled a criminal group which trafficked drugs and weapons and ran clandestine businesses. The 75-year-old was killed by a single shot.
This footage shows the interior of what looks like an office space. In the video, we see three people either agitated or supposedly going about their businesses until this happened. A group of people in black stormed the place, and a deadly brawl broke out between them and the three men. Whatever caused this gang war must have been real serious. This man's day turned into a nightmare, all because of his choice of road. His dashcam shows the moment when he got caught in the midst of a Mafia gunfight. Luckily, he escaped unharmed, but you could hear the sound of the bullets doing damage on the car.
Вы что, дурачки чи що? Ай! Попали. Давай. Куди ставай? Ай, мене попав. Куда, Вань? Давай я за руль сюда.
In the North Caucasus Federal District, Russian police conducted a special operation to arrest members of a kidnapping and extortion gang. During a routine traffic stop, officers captured the suspects, but the gang's leader managed to escape. The other members now face up to 15 years in prison.
Все, работаем!
Работай!
In the video, a highway robber is seen attempting to make away with a van, captured by a witness's dash cam. It was later revealed that the robber, a member of a notorious gang, had hijacked the vehicle, which led to the confrontation. Despite efforts by bystanders to help, the robber remained dangerous. Eventually, the robber drove off, leaving the victims stranded with their damaged van. Ironically, his stolen car was also left in a damaged state. In late October 2019, an unsettling incident took place at a toll booth on the Rostov-Koda highway, a vital route connecting Moscow to southern Russia. Late at night, 3 female toll booth operators were on shift when 2 masked robbers stormed in. One of them smashed the booth's glass window with a hammer, causing the operators to flee in shock. The robbers emptied the safes, but before leaving they did this. They spilled gasoline inside and set the booth ablaze, causing widespread destruction. This next footage is the very definition of chaos. It's a clash between two rival gangs. Multiple shots rang in the air as the gangs exchanged gunfire, showing the seriousness of the situation. It took an armed military to bring the pandemonium to a stop.
Массовая драка и перестрелка с участием бывших членов ЧВК «Вагнер» случилась прямо под окнами жилого дома в Челябинске. По данным 74.ru и базы, конфликт начался из-за девушки, предположительно, дочери одного из бывших членов ЧВК. На опубликованных кадрах видно, как одна группа мужчин, часть из которых в камуфляже, избивает нескольких парней. Затем появляется еще одна группа мужчин, которая открывает стрельбу из травматических пистолетов, и участники драки начинают убегать. Управление Следственного комитета по Челябинской области возбудило уголовное дело о хулиганстве. После драки нескольким ее участникам потребовалась помощь медиков, а улицы Челябинска сейчас патрулируют усиленные отряды Росгвардии.
In late December 2018, Russian authorities targeted a criminal gang involved in illegal activities. Military officers arrested a notorious gang leader during a surprise operation while he was en route to a family dinner. The arrest further led to the discovery of illegal firearms, money, and evidence at an apartment linked to the gang.
Чисто.
Ничего, не велосипед, нет. Акцизным, честным.
On the first day of 2018, chaos erupted on the M5 highway near Ulyanovsk. Traffic was halted abruptly as police staged an accident to apprehend Mafia suspects. The operation, captured on a truck's dash cam, showed the suspects being swiftly arrested after a carefully planned maneuver.
Я не вижу снов. Вот почему. На кухне прохладно, там всегда открыта форточка. Встаю у окна, закуриваю, смотрю в ночь. Удачи, Балу. Удачи, Дэн. Чтобы все было хорошо. Удачи, Дэн. Удачи. Удачи. Балу, это не...
On a chilly November night, a gang struck a power tool store in Zapia, their fifth break-in that month. They swiftly stole valuable tools and a laptop, causing significant loss for the business owners. Despite ongoing police efforts, the gang managed to stay out of reach, evading capture at every turn. A regular day for this store clerk turned into a nightmare when 3 gang members stormed the store with serious-looking guns. The clerk respectfully kept to himself as the men robbed the place of valuables, meaning the crime scene with a blue bag. Near the Three Cat shopping center in Astrakhan, a tense scene unfolded. 4 men, their faces pressed against the ground, were surrounded by police officers. This wasn't just another arrest. The Criminal Investigation Department, with the support of the elite Grom unit, had been silently tracking these local extortionists. Their victim, a 21-year-old student, had been terrorized for 5 months. The criminals had threatened to expose damaging secrets, forcing the student to pay 200,000 rubles. However, as the next extortion attempt was about to unfold, detectives intervened, bringing justice to the situation.
За что задержан?
Не знаю.
Громче, за что задержан?
Не знаю.
Что здесь делал?
Я просто с другом приехал.
С каким?
С Нуриком.
А эти кто такие?
Ну это знакомый мой.
А что лежишь на полу?
Ну, я просто стоял здесь.
А лежишь зачем?
Я не знаю,
Что сделал?
полицию я ничего не делал.
Чайник подними свой. Чем занимаешься здесь?
Не знаю еще.
Число месяц тоже.
30.01 1999.
Почему задержан?
Не знаю. Сейчас.
Деньги брал?
Деньги? Нет.
Вымогательство?
Нет.
Кто брал?
Не знаю. Я не брал ни в руки. В руки ни разу не брал.
Деньги вымогал?
А?
Деньги вымогал?
In December 2018, a jewelry shop was targeted in a daylight robbery. 2 men, one of whom was a security employee at the store, executed the heist with precision. Their heist was successful as they left the place unscathed, but they were later apprehended, and their involvement shocked the local community.
Девочки, руку на кнопочку никто не нажимает. Встали быстренько, встали. Ручки вверх. Ручки вверх, отвернулись к стене. Ключики от ящика железные где?
У нас нет ключей.
Нет ключей?
This footage shows 2 rival Russian gangs clashing with each other on the street. The fight is very uneven, though because one group is less in numbers by far, and here's the result. The lesser group lost in a matter of seconds, and the winners celebrated their victory right on the spot. this brawl escalated rather quickly. The footage initially shows one man knocked to the ground by a member of a rival gang, but a door-long chaos erupted, leading to many more knockouts. In a tense standoff, police closed in on a notorious gang known for a series of robberies and break-ins. The body cam footage reveals the officers' focused approach as they reached the suspect's door. Inside, the suspects had barricaded themselves, refusing to comply with repeated commands, heightening the tension with each passing second.
Открываем дверь, национальная полиция!
After several failed attempts to negotiate, the door was forcefully broken down with a loud bang from the battering ram. Instead of charging in, the officers calmly ordered the suspects to surrender one by one. Armed with weapons like a grenade launcher and pistols, the criminals were quickly taken into custody. Surveillance footage from a shop in Russia captured a tense moment. Two robbers who had previously escaped a police operation were unknowingly being followed. As soon as they entered the store, two undercover officers swiftly moved in and apprehended them, making the arrest quick and efficient. In 2019, Andrei Ashov, leader of the Kurganskaya organized criminal group, was arrested in Krasnoyarsk, Russia, for allegedly murdering a man.
Сейчас у нас будет проведена общая расправа.
Пошла курва отсюда, я ж тебе объясню, пошли отсюда все, мне дверь выбить.
This footage shows him going hysterical, visibly losing his cool and trying to force his way out, albeit unsuccessfully. Witnesses reported that he fatally shot the victim while the man was riding his bike. The intense scene of his arrest left a lasting impression on many.
Снимайте мне типу, что делаете. Пошла нахуй отсюда, курва ебаная, сказала, ты дура тоже ловиться. Вы меня вымораживаете или что? Пошли отсюда, твари! Никаких с вами общений не будет.
Да вы можете?
Outside a quiet car park, a white van sat unnoticed until the doors suddenly burst open, and police officers quickly seized 3 suspects. These men were central figures in an illegal arms trafficking ring. On February 27, 2024, in Kuga, Russia's FSB launched a major operation. Officers confiscated an arsenal, including 15 machine guns, 10 pistols, a rifle, and a machine gun. They also recovered over 100 weapon parts, 9 explosive devices, 3.5 kilograms of explosives, and extremist literature. Additionally, a secret lab and workshop used for making and upgrading weapons were shut down, dismantling a dangerous operation. In 2013, a very dangerous Russian criminal escaped from detention, and his escape was captured by CCTV cameras. The man was in a tall building, probably on the highest floor, but he had a plan and made a rope.
В Москве предстанут перед судом бывшие сотрудники следственного изолятора «Матросская тишина». По версии следствия, именно по их вине в мае...
He climbed out the window with his makeshift rope and gently lowered himself to a certain height before jumping into the compound.
В вине в мае этого года из СИЗО сбежал опасный преступник. В распоряжении нашей программы оказались кадры побега. Их просмотрел Иван Зоев.
Эти кадры показываются впервые. Запись, сделанная камерами видеонаблюдения, установленными на фасаде следственного изолятора номер 1, иначе «Матросской тишины». Вот в кадре появляется веревка, следом по ней спускается человек. Этот мужчина в черной шапке и перчатках. В одной руке он держит покрывало. Вот он опирается ногами на оконную решетку. В какой-то момент поворачивается лицом к камере. Вот этот кадр. Нет сомнений, что мужчина на видео, сбежавший в начале мая из изолятора «Матросская тишина», заключенный Олег Топалов. В распоряжении нашей программы оказалось полное видео этого.
Then, with the composure of an owner, he walked into the offices where a policeman saw him but didn't recognize him as a detainee. The prisoner casually walked through the door and to the front of the premises before leaving altogether.
Вот Топалов бросает одеяло вниз на колючую проволоку, оглядывается по сторонам и, убедившись, что никто его не видит, прыгает на забор. Потом, уверенно и словно не замечая охранника, проходит через КПП, расположенного по соседству трамвайного депо. На свободе Олег Топалов пробыл чуть более суток. Его задержали в Москве в Измайловском парке. После завели уголовное дело в отношении сотрудников СИЗО, ответственных за содержание под стражей подозреваемых.
В ходе ненадлежащего исполнения Добрыниным, Синяковским и Платоновым своих обязанностей вследствие небрежного и недобросовестного отношения к службе, отсутствие бдительности по несению службы, содержащийся под стражей в камере следственного изолятора Олег Топалов совершил побег.
Вот то самое КПП, видеокамеры которого запечатлели беглеца. Непонятно, почему охранники не сообщили в полицию о появлении Топалова, который отличался.
This body cam footage shows the arrest of a gang of masked robbers from Astrakhan. The men lured 4 victims to remote areas, where they were attacked with fists, feet, and bats. The robbers stole their phones and money, and one victim was set on fire, but survived. The gang filmed the attacks and shared the videos online. The FSB and criminal security officers tracked them down, and the Russian National Guard made the arrest. The men face 8 to 15 years in prison, fines, and further restrictions.
Одевай.
В качестве оружия с применением предметов, используемых в качестве оружия на местных лиц. Совершено преступление также цель отыскания изъятия предметов. Есть предметы, запрещенные в гражданском обороте.
In early October 2013, a shocking incident occurred in Kiev's Podol district. Dash cam footage from a civilian car showed two unmarked vehicles, including a Porsche Panamera, blocking another car. Armed men then emerged and opened fire on the targeted vehicle. During the attack, a hostage inside managed to escape, while the scene left bystanders in disbelief.
Porsche Panamera.
Ё-моё.
Вот смотри, кто-то убегает вон туда, красный.